There's this time when I was invited to speak to students at Kenyatta University, and I was just starting my professional speaking journey, and I was the guest speaker, I was the main speaker. And it was a student association that had invited me, those clubs. So I was used to going to students associations meetings and all that, being invited, and I'd speak, and I knew there wouldn't be many. I would find like 10, 20, 30, for like max 50. So this day I'm going to Kenyatta University, and I make the first mistake, cardinal mistake. I make the first cardinal sin in public speaking. I'm late. So I'm late, and the other thing, to add insult to injury, I had not asked the host, the officials of the association, how many people are you expecting? I had not asked that question. Cardinal mistake number two. So, so I arrive, and you can imagine. First of all, when you're late, I was out of breath. Of course, you're out of breath. You're sweating because you came running. Yeah, you came running, you're sweating, you're out of breath, you are basically anxious, yeah, because now the meeting has started and you're anxious. So that's me, that's how I enter the hall. And I enter the hall to find how many students. Over 200 students, over 200. Sema pressure kupanda ipande ipa pressure, because I'm in shock, because I was expecting very few students, and there are very many. There were over 200. So, and they had come, the expectation was very high. Like, the expectation was very high, so that's why they had come in numbers. And so I enter, and then I'm in shock. I'm in this state, like I was already out of breath and all that. Then now I have another shock on top of that, and I'm the main speaker. And then let's add more insult to injury. This girl, the MC, one of the officials, she's not even giving me time to sit down. Like, she's calling me, and our speaker has just come. Can we just appreciate her? So people are appreciating, they're clapping, and they're like, come. So I'm grabbing my notebook, and going to the stage. And I'm like, I'm in such a mess. I am such a mess. Okay, it was my problem because I'm the one who was late. But so I start speaking, and guess what? It went the way you think. Didn't go well. It didn't go well, my friend. Yeah, I'll never forget. Because you are in this state, and then you sweat the more because you're moving on stage. You are using energy to speak. You're moving on stage, so you sweat more. So you are sweating when you're coming, and then when you're holding the mic, you're sweating over the mic. It was such a mess. And then you're out of breath. So your words are not even coming out well. You are sounding like, the way somebody doesn't sound confident. Let me tell you. And then, as a speaker, you always know when you've started to be boring. And I realized that, and I saw the audience. They are not with me. These students, students, they are not with me. You understand? They are just bored. They are even just looking at each other. They are on their phones. They are I could still find those who are like writing notes and all that. I could see them. I was wondering, they are writing. They were encouraging me. But I want to tell you, please, if you're ever invited to speak, number one, don't be late. Please arrive early so that you get into the moment, you study the room, and you actually just master the room. Yeah, you not get a shocker like I got. Two, if you can be able to ask your host in advance, ask them, how many people do you expect? Like, what's the range? Yeah, so that you have a kind of a mental picture. It will help you even in your preparation. And then number three, in case such a situation happens where you start speaking and you feel anxious, and you're out of breath and all that, you maybe saw somebody in the audience who is even more knowledgeable than you, so you are intimidated, kind of, because at that point I was intimidated by the audience because they were more than I expected. So you can tell them, can we just wake up, can we just rise up and just do an icebreaker, let's just stretch, make sure your bones are cracking and all that. You're not doing that for them, you're doing that for you, so that you breathe in and out. You breathe in and out. Or you can even tell them, can we just breathe in, breathe out? That's for you. You've got to have some wise ways of survival, survival tactics on stage. You are doing that for you so that you get into the right kind of frame to deliver your speech. So I had the speech I had, but my friend, it became a lesson. I hope it helps you become a better public speaker. Follow me for more.